Hello. So glad you came to visit today. Welcome. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Right here in Santa Barbara, California, where the weather is beautiful. I don't see any clouds in the sky, and the sky is white. The shadows are sharp, and that's all we look for. And also, welcome to the world of magic and miracles. I can't wait to tell you what I'm about to share. But first, as you know, I always look at the date and numerologically add it up and come out with a number. And today, the number is 1. A new beginning with new ideas. Yes, and a new approach with new results and new outcomes. A time for experimentation. What hasn't worked in the past can and will be replaced with a fresh outlook and the anticipation of something brand new. All that in the world of magic and miracles that you are here and present to hear about right now. Isn't that what magic is? Now, I just had an experience that I'm going to share with you. It truly happened. Scout's honor. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. I just Googled the word magic. And the description says, and I read, how to create, this is quote, how to create miracles and live a magical life by Robert Young on Google. And it includes an interview of Robert by Lulu Mace. And right up there it said 659 likes and 84,622 views. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? And then it says, and it quotes, "The world is changing fast, and this is not the time to allow yourself to be washed away by the wave of circumstances. Elevate your spirit and ride the wave as it builds to a new level of love and harmony. Join us in living that dream and making a difference. It is not by chance that you are where you are, doing what you are doing. And it is not by chance that you are the person you are today. Some force, some influence, or some attraction has called upon you to proceed in the way you are proceeding at the present moment. And this process will continue to occur for the remainder of your life. Your personal supercomputer is the modern guide to accessing our superhuman gifts that have been hidden in front of everyone and demonstrated by each of us in every unexplainable special appearance. Read and feel the familiarity of what you have always known. And then they give the source of http youngsite.com. I continued watching, and magically, the entire delightful interview with Robert Young by Lelu Mace is this electronic miracle being held in your own hands. This was so exciting. It came out of the blue. I had no expectation of anything like this. But then I Googled the word miracle, and it says an effect or extraordinary event in the physical world that surpasses all known human or natural powers and is ascribed to a natural, supernatural cause, such an effect or event manifesting or considered as a work of God. This all just happened because I followed my spirit, or in the vernacular, a hunch, which is defined as a feeling or guess based on intuition rather than known facts, an instinctive feeling without the intrusion of the educated world. Pardon me, educated mind. Preparing this broadcast for you has been a joyous recollection of all the magic and miracles since meeting Robert in 2009. I was attending a course in Orlando, Florida, when I heard that the next section would be held in Melbourne, Australia. I immediately dismissed this from my mind. But when I found out that this woman from Greece was going, I said yes, after calling one of the leaders crazy when she urged me to consider this. That was a day of miracle. Back to that lovely day in June, several years ago, Lelu came to our house, and she had interviewed Robert several times since 2011, when during the online interview, Robert did a healing for Lelu. This was followed by a few interviews in person. When I heard that Lulu was visiting Santa Barbara, I invited her to our lovely home, and she said yes. It's almost as though it happened yesterday. The enchantment of truth being sounded was the magic, and Lelu was enchanted and reluctant to bring the interview to a close. The conversation continued for quite some time, And we invite all of the many thousands who are following Lilu Mace to join us as well in advancing and enhancing the magic of life for everyone. Wasn't that wonderful? That's a true story that actually happened about 20 feet from here on the patio. Yeah. At times, there are times that you feel that you could do more by being focused. But this is a misnomer that has been developed to promote the human mute-like behavior demanded in everyday life. The less you focus, the more available you are to collect the seed that can blossom into a flower or a tree that can feed you forever. I'm looking outside and looking and seeing my favorite tree. When we first moved in, that beautiful tree, I'm not even sure if I know what kind it is, but it was hacked off about, I don't know, 16 feet from the ground. And you could still see the major limb has a horizontal cut. So, of course, we loved it and enjoyed it, and it grew. It's now the tallest tree around. And I guess I'm like the song, I talk to the trees. And I know it's happy. It's happy that it was allowed to stand tall as it was meant to be. The love that is generated because of the magic and miracles around you has more value than anything that can be done or expressed in the physical world. By the way, the tree was hacked off by our neighbors to our north or up the hill because they wanted to see the ocean. Yeah. And the tree is still filled with gratitude. Do you know that magic and miracles are part of your nature and will never disappear while you are willing to show yourself in the world? The more you open to the world, the easier it is to perform your special form of magic that turns the impossible into simplicity and relieves humanity of the personal suffering that has thrived in the darkness of science or silence for many centuries. And that's why we are here, to wake up, see the magic, and be the magic. There is little more to be said about the flow of magic into your being, but the experience that you pass on, the importance of telling about the magic that happened, the importance of telling you what happened when I Googled the word. So as you pass on, the result will open more channels and help to expose the depths of each person's divinity in its real and active form. Focus on nothing but what is ahead in any one moment, and you will suddenly find yourself in a new world that is much bigger and more exciting than the one that has been explored and named as your physical existence. Instant understanding and intelligence comes from nowhere when it is most needed, and there is nothing but perfection each time this happens. Simply move forward and enjoy what comes. The dance of life is in your hands, and your celebration continues to record the progress. The joy of telling each other spreads the love and creates the harmony that we so desperately want. So now, relax with what is happening and continue to celebrate no matter what may seem more appropriate. You are in another phase of life where celebration must take the forefront and overshadow everything, while the impossible is handled in the background. This is a natural way of being and a natural way of removing the load, the heavy load from our physical being. There is no need to carry the world on your shoulders. There are many other ways to accommodate everything that is needed to achieve what is needed throughout each day. The world of magic and miracles is a self-motivating source that has no need for concern or worry. The future will take care of itself because you have already looked and placed your order for the most exciting and productive events. Allow the future to come to you and stop placing any more orders because it is all done. Watch and listen, and you will enjoy the fruits of your existence in a way that has never been experienced before. back to that lovely day in June, several years ago. Lilu had interviewed Robert several times since 2011, when during the online interview, Robert did a healing for Lilu. This was followed by a few interviews in person. When I heard that Lilu was visiting in Santa Barbara, I invited her to our lovely home, and she said yes. The enchantment of truth being sounded was the magic, and Lilu was enchanted and reluctant to bring the interview to a close. The conversation continued for quite some time, and we invite all the many thousands who are following Lilu to join us as well. Did I say this before? At any rate, I truly mean it. I think I did repeat myself, but it was a magical day. So enjoy the fruits. And when I say enjoy the fruits, it leads me to this recent fruit that I've discovered, and that is in my art class on Thursday. So here it is. Wait a minute, there we go. That's it. And what's so lovely about this is it is from a photograph that was taken by my son-in-law, Bert, when they went to Yosemite. I hope they like it. What a special time spending these miracles with you. And now I'm going to tell you about another miracle. You're going to have to believe me because I can't prove it otherwise. As I sat here preparing to say hello to you, I thought, I'm going to Google magic again. And I went to Google, and it's all different. There is no explanation. And that's why I'm so glad I have magic and miracles in my vocabulary. I didn't make it up. I saw it with my own two eyes. And that is telling you of the magic that happened this morning. So much love to you all, along with the wish for you to have a perfect life, perfect health, and a future that is just filled to the brim with magic and miracles. Thank you for joining me. I am Barbara.